All right, we have big breaking developments tonight on our quest for equal justice and to hold those that have abused power accountable. Let me give you a headline. There's a lot of news coming this week that I know of, so stay tuned. But according to just released reports, Judicial Watch, a federal court now has ordered a hearing about whether to speed up the release of key struck page text documents. And the American Center for Law and Justice has now obtained the Obama DOJ's immunity agreements with Hillary Clinton lawyers Cheryl Mills, Heather Samuelson, to, quote, now pay attention, I'm not making this up, to dispose of evidence and refuse to comply with federal law. I'm sure they do that for Donald Trump, too. Now, this all comes as sources are telling Fox News tonight that John Durham, he is the prosecutor from Massachusetts, that he is zeroing in on why certain pieces of exculpatory material may have been withheld from the FISA court as it pertains to spying on the team of Trump. Here now with more reaction, author of the Next Red Wave, ACLJ Executive Director Jordan Sekulow, along with Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Let's start with, hang on a second. I've never heard, except for Strzok and Page destroying their phones, which Mueller did, I've never heard of the attorneys for Hillary Clinton in a case where we know the evidence is overwhelming. She had these emails, Jordan, and we know that she also deleted the subpoenaed emails and all that stuff in the bleach pit. I never heard of allowing the destruction of evidence, and those two lawyers sat in when she was being interrogated by the FBI. Either of you ever hear of that before? Because I haven't, Jordan.
No. I mean, first, they were aides to Hillary Clinton. Cheryl Mills was her chief of staff when she was Secretary of State, and Heather Samuelson was her senior advisor and White House liaison for the Secretary of State and the State Department. Then when Hillary Clinton leaves the Secretary of State position, they become her private attorneys. They take over these emails. They're called culling computers. Each one had one. These were the backups to the infamous server out in Colorado that had the 62,000 emails on them. Each had it, and guess what? Each was going through, as now Hillary Clinton's lawyers, and deleting emails, Sean. So when this investigation began, they wanted to make sure right off the bat they were immune from the Espionage Act, the Records Act, the Classified Information Act. I mean, crimes that bring prison time of up to 28 years if you combine them for each of these actors, and yet they get full immunity. But not just that, as you said, they also get the DOJ and FBI to agree to not allow the American people to access this information on their computers via FOIA, and we've got that document right here. And then they'll destroy the computers for Cheryl Mills and Heather Samuelson and the Clinton team.
Obviously, that would never happen for Team Trump. Let me go to Tom Fitton. Tom, no. Judicial Watch, the hearings about whether to speed up the Strzok Page document release. Now, we have a lot of the text messages, but they keep dribbling out more and more, and you keep getting them. How much more do we think is out there?
Oh, there's 13,000 more pages. And the FBI is taking the position that they generally shouldn't have to turn over any text messages. So we don't know what text messages are being withheld. And the court has looked at the production schedule. There's been 20,000 records generally. Over the last year, year and a half, they've only produced or processed 500 per month, about 6,000. So he's looking, seeing 13,000 records still to be produced. He wants to have a court hearing and take another look to see whether or not this is quick enough. I hope he forces the release of these records quickly.
Thank you both. This is important work you're doing.